What's good, everybody? What's good, traders? Welcome back to the channel. I am SyntheticsKiller FX, and today we are going to be breaking down a gold trade that I took yesterday. Yeah, I was supposed to have a session with the people in my free community where I just send trade setups, and those that have questions that are in line with trading, they just ask me, and whenever I'm free I can get back to you guys. So I took a trade on gold yesterday. Now, as you guys can see, I took the trade based on 4-hour analysis. Now we're gonna get down to the breakdown of what I was looking at as I was taking the trade, but for now, yeah, I want to explain something that I had seen. So first and foremost, right, the reason why I took buys on gold was because I saw volume. Now we're going to get into it. Let me just explain to you. I saw volume, and I actually did want to try and take this trade. Like, I try and hold gold as much as I can. As you can see, there are 3 take profit levels based on the screenshot that I sent. There were 3 take profit levels, right? The first one being around the price level 3348.78. Now that was a day trade, that was going to give me my daily, my target for the day, which was $50. I wanted to just make $50 for the day, and I was done because I felt I had other things going on. So anything around $50 I was calm, but I wanted to hold the trade. Now, why did I also want to hold the trade? On my funded, like we said, I want to be as transparent as I can possibly be. On my funded, I was down almost 3% on a $6,000 account. I was down almost 3%. That's almost, I was down 2.5 to 3%. That's almost roughly, let's say, $200-300 in loss. I took reckless trades, and I guess because I wanted to pass the funded really quick, to show you guys I'm that guy, but I ended up being in drawdown. Now, as I was taking this gold trade, I knew to say that my main target was to either get to break even or above, slightly above, maybe even 1% up in profit, which would give me that confidence boost that said, okay, even as I trade the account moving on, at least I know to say I have pushed, right? But anyway, so I wanted to, like I said, my target $50 for the day. I'm good. If I get to hit that $50, then as we push up, whatever I make on top, that's okay. So I opened about 3 positions at the beginning. I opened about 3 positions on this trade, right? I opened about 3 positions. Let me show you this. This was roughly what I saw. I was just looking at the break. I saw a trend channel, but yeah, we'll get into all of that. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the TP levels, right? You see the TP1 there, which I'm also going to explain. So I took this on a higher time frame and whatnot. Yeah, so let me first go on the chart, so I think I can explain this much better, right? Let me go on the chart. Let me do this. Let me go on the chart. Let me open up my chart like this. Let me do this. Now, as I took this trade, the moment I took this trade, right, I was a little bit down. I was a little bit in drawdown, right, at the start. And the moment when I was in drawdown, I was like, okay, how best can I manage my positions? Because I didn't want to. And then I noticed that, okay, holding gold for that long would result in, because I'm not also good at holding trades. So I was like, okay, what can I do? I ended up scaling. So I ended up opening, I think, 5 more positions, or 0.05 lot size, and then 0.02, 0.02, 0.02. I think 4 to 5 positions I opened. Now, what did that do for me? I feel that what that did for me was that I didn't have to hold gold anymore, because the target that I was going to have by holding gold for days on end, giving it's an NFP week and stuff, was I didn't have to hold gold anymore. I just had to wait for it to hit the TP1 basically. If anything above TP1, then I'll be around the break-even point. So what did I see when I was looking at this? And do I still feel gold may push up? I still feel so. I still feel gold is going to push upwards, you know. I still feel as though gold is going to push up, but let me just get down to the break, right? So this was my initial analysis, guys, just so you know. My initial analysis is that I feel gold is still going to push to the upside despite it pushing lower. I feel gold will push to the upside. Maybe target this high here. You see this. Maybe let's do this. Sorry, my bad. I was trying to copy. Control. Yeah, maybe around this high point here, right? I still feel gold is going to push in those lines, right? That's my focus. That's my analysis. That's what I feel. And depending on the market, the fundamental news that we may have, you know, the NFP coming out and the CPI, maybe we can still see gold push to the upside. But let's cancel this for now. So last week, first and foremost, last week I did take some buys on gold, right? But it was around this, I think it was around this point, around somewhere here. I did, wrong tool. What am I looking for? This one. I did take some buys on gold around this point here. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. So around that point, I did take buys on gold. I got stopped out, and that's what led to my account going in the negatives. Also, I did take buys on euro, and my stop loss was hit. So I took like about two bad trades, roughly like two bad trades, which led to that. But when I opened the charts yesterday, I was looking at, okay, what can I see for, you know, on the long run? I'm a day trader. I like to see trades. I like to take trades that, you know, that are for the day. That's what I like to do. But I came here, I saw we had this zone that was somewhat respected, right? When price came into this zone, it was respected. Price did not break below around this zone, right? Okay, I saw that. Now I like to look at channels, because for me that's how I indicate like trends, right? For me, I like to see, that's how I use to indicate like trends. Now if we look at this, right, let's do this, let's zoom out a little. If we look at this, starting from this area, you can see there, okay, the market is somewhat pushing upward, right? It may not be clear structure, but the market is pushing upward. So you can see from this low point, at a higher high, higher low, another higher high, higher low, we had a higher high, we had this break of this low around this point, maybe due to some sort of liquidity that may have been here. I don't trade you know, smart money and stuff, but I do understand some of the concepts. I don't know what they are called, but I just look at it the way that it is. Okay, so yeah, I looked at this. I said up from this low, so we'll call this. So we have a break there, we have a new high that was created. So we'll be calling them break of a high, break of a previous high, but just call it a break of a high. The names don't matter. The main names don't matter. What matters is the concepts. What matters is the concepts. So if it's meaning for going to the downside, it's break of a low, right? Break of a high. I don't want to use break of structure, change of structure, because I don't understand I don't understand them like that, right? I just know to say me when I look to see break of a previous high, break of a previous low. That's what I look at. So I looked at this, and then another indication of, okay, gold is pushing to the upside, right? It broke this low, but maybe this was some sort of liquidity sweep. It came to this area here, failed to break this, right? Failed to break this, and then what else did we start to see? We saw, now this is before, now this is, I'm giving you like what we may see on gold pushing forward, right? Then I'll show you what I saw when I took that trade, making roughly $200 yesterday on gold. All right, so we've seen that break over high. So after the break, we may see, since we noticed it, look, the price has broken this previous high. So what we may see moving forward, even as we go into this week, I hope today is Wednesday, but I hope I get to drop this video today. Immediately after I actually record this, I should actually try and drop. So what the two things I want to see on gold right now, the market is in a range. On a lower time frame, the market in a range right now. On the 4 hour, I want, if price can come down, the two things, this is what I'm seeing for the day, right? And I'll get back to what was yesterday. I'm very sorry for being all over the place. As you can see, I'm showing my morning clothes. I woke up, guys. Now there's two things I would like to see price do. Either come down to this area and then push up like that, then I'll target that. Then I'll actually try and hold these trades if I see this, right? Either if I see this is what I'm looking for, this, or if I see that price from this point, I hate when this does that, from this point comes up like this, then maybe I'll target something like this, because it may still push down. So these are the two things that I'm looking at. So if market comes down, if I see an entry point, entry signal or something, I'll get in from this point, put my stops right below there, and then go to the upside. Or if I see it breaks here, breaks above this, retest, and then or something, anything like a break, and I see proper volume, I'll get into the trade, right? So that's what I'm going to look at moving forward. So personally, I'm still forecasting to say, okay, gold is pushing to the upside. Even on a longer time frame, I would like to see these highs being tested. Also, yeah, in those lines, I'd like to see these highs being tested, right? I'd like to see these highs being tested. Let me put that in the middle, like that. I'd like to see them being tested. That's what I would like to see so far. So this is my analysis on gold moving forward. This is my technical analysis on gold moving forward. Now on the fundamental part, I looked at the news on Forex Factory yesterday. Hold on, let's do this. I looked at the news on Forex Factory yesterday, and before even this news came out, the news looked quite negative for the dollar, right? The news was looking what? You want me to teach you?
Teach?
You want me to teach you?
Teach me
how to analyze and like currencies, what?
Studying.
No. It's more like work for me, but it's in line with the program I'm studying. You charging? Okay, I'll come and connect it. Yeah, it's charging now. Yeah, I looked at the news for the dollar, and before I saw this, it looked this was and I guess the reason why gold also pushed low yesterday was because of this news, right? And lucky for me, I did close my trades before this, right? I did close my trades before this, and that was very fortunate that I did that, because that means my positions would have going to be completely wiped out. I closed my trades, and that's why it's important for you to, you know, sometimes you have to be satisfied with your profits. You know, have multiple take profit levels, because you never know what happens. You know, such things like news, they do affect results. If it was negative for the dollar, it was going to push higher. You know, then I would have felt to say, you know, I wish I held my positions, but it's good to protect your capital and protect some of your profits. Close partials from time to time, close, and I'll show you, as in the group I was telling the members, oh guys, you know, close partials here, do this, that. I'll show you all of that. But I looked at the news for the dollar, and personally it looks quite the forecast looks quite negative. Most of it looked quite negative, and so, which is why I'm projecting to say that, you know, based on that aspect, we may see gold push on the upside. But let's see how it goes. You know, I'll do my further research before I even look to taking trades on NFP, on what. But yeah, let's try and refine this. Let's try and go to a lower time frame. Let's take out these arrows. Now, for you guys that have watched my previous videos, you guys know to say that there's two things that I like to see. There's what I like to see when I'm trading trading any asset. I like to see volume and retracement before I can take a continuation either to the upside or the downside. I like to see that. That's what I've been trading. That's what I trade like the most and stuff. I would love to see gold push to the downside, but because let's see, if we put the fib from this low point here to this high point, you see, this is, I would love, because even the fib, like I look at the 50% level. I don't know that, you know, premium, what, no. For me, I just like to see if you can get to 50% of the retracement, and I start to see rejection, either upside, downside, I'll enter the position. So if I can see, if hopefully we can still see a ranging, emphasis on a ranging, you know, like gold is just ranging to the downside, gets in here, I see a candle but it rejects, I can take that. You know why? Because I would love to see a retractive move like that, and I can possibly take that. But so far, we'll see how things go, right? Yesterday, what I did see on gold was some sort of a break of this channel. So meaning let's go to a lower time frame, because I think that's where I got my entry. So realistically speaking, I traded gold from, this was my TP1. Let me take this out for now. This was my TP1, and I think I got out around this. I got my other positions around this area. So when you see the break of the thing was somewhere here. So meaning I traded gold from this point to this point, something like that. I didn't hold gold for that long, right? And in terms of drawdown, I think my stop loss was somewhere here. So I was losing roughly 150 plus No, I was losing 100 and something on my initial stop loss, like if I was holding gold for a longer time. So technically, if my stop loss was around below somewhere here, I'm still okay, as long as so even my analysis that I placed for my gold, if I was holding gold, is still actually okay, because gold hasn't broken below this point, right? Gold hasn't broken below that point, so we're still technically okay. It hasn't hit my stop loss, which is okay to see. But yeah, I held gold for this point. I've closed $200 in profits. I'm back at break even. Yeah, so moving forward, I want to take better trades for my funded, because it's not the same as me trading synthetic pairs, which let me not say I'm very good at, which I do make most of my money from. But I want to progress the 6 months to the year ends. And to close off this video, despite me I was rambling back and forth, yeah, to close up this video, yeah, the 6 months to the year ends, there's a lot we can still work on. There's a lot you can still work on, I can work on, to ensure we become not only better traders but better people in general. Let's keep pushing. Challenge yourself. Let's both challenge ourselves to become better business men and women. Better business men and women. Let's go with that one. Better business men and women. Yeah, so let's keep pushing, let's keep working. And yeah, like we said, NFP this week. I'm very bad at this, but all in all, guys, thank you for tuning into today's video. I hope to see you guys more. This is SyntheticsFxKiller. I don't know, I'm sure going to stick with the name. I know we're looking at gold, but I'm calling myself SyntheticsFxKiller. Let's keep pushing, guys. Let's keep working on that, and I will see you. Like I said, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to join the free channel, you can get the link. Click the link in the description. And yeah, it's welcome to all of you. We'll see you guys next time.